Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on now, let's go! Real side. 49. March 49. Red 80. Slam, slam. Kill, kill, kill. Watch the safety creep. Check 26, check 26. Check 52. He's coming. Double. Red 80. He's coming. Double up. Here we go.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On second down, it's Bell. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Alrighty. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Alrighty. Switch, switch. Check 4. Red 80. Check, check. It's a red 80. Switch.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. On 1st down, Allen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Watch the whip. Check, 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 check.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
Yes, sir.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can do the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Check three. You go tight. You got it, young lady. You got tight right there. Red 80. Twist. Hey, set.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Red 80. Red 80. Show it up. Shift. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mike, we're outside. Mike 56. Watch the slant. Young lady. Check your backer. Check your backer. Red 80. Hatchet.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. After the penalty, it's Bell. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Getting the sense Charles are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Defense, let's go. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
On 3rd down, here's Cannon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Back to Cannon again on first down. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
That's it, baby.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
We're outside. 56 is the mic. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Red 80. Small. No. Check 15. 80. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do it.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Gaskin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you're running John with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Bell. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Switch it. Switch it. Check 3.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus-yarders seem easy for some reason. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Mike
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Henry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 42-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Right there. All day, baby.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To the air, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ryan Quigley on now to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Well, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Kill.
Here's Darnold. Flush to his right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute. To go before half.
Boys, 56. 80. I'm coming. 80. SOS.
Darnold on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
No.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Switch. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, 80. Hey, Delta. Watch out. Red 80. Check hot route.
From the 50, it's Darnold. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 31. Check. Check.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Tighten up.
They run with Howard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Bryant is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, fellas.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Hey, switch gears. He's crossing. He's checking out.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's make these babies alert.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told me, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the give. taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
That's track.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 43. Watch the eye.
Try the right side with Howard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
57. 57. Monday. I'm coming. Slam.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And now they'll throw with Allen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
$54. 319. Check. Watch 54. Get ready.
They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. T.J. Yeldon, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw, Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch. A signal for and take it.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick-6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's going to go down again. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And Anderson's got it. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. A first down throw, Darnold. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Ed Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And the pressure gets to him again.
I'm going to hit you all day.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now third down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Darnold and the Jets come up third and long following the sack. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. They go with Howard again. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it. They've been solid all game long. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. First down, it's Darnold. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Ed Oliver in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter, Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bills, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel got a first view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked to see me. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head off and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a cruise on. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a gun. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay.